Hey y'all, sorry for making y'all wait. Thanks for holding on. I'm here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Let me get my banner up. I've been rushing y'all. Dang it. I, Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Let's get the right color up here first. All right. We need our caramel color up here. There we go. How y'all doing? Happy Monday to everyone. I hope y'all having a great Monday. My least favorite day of the week, but it's all good, honey. We're gonna get through it. Yes, yes, and yes. All right, let's get into it. First topic, of course, this is Poppy, and so we're not gonna be here long. Keep you guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. We got some news y'all can use. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Porsha Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She popped out with her, I'm gonna say fake girlfriend. I still don't believe this relationship, but whatever, child. She needs a storyline, so let's get into it. She and her girlfriend, Sway the Pro, decided to pop out with a little video. We're gonna show that, then we're gonna really get into the news. Let's go. Okay, so y'all hear what the music it is. All right, that's them dancing, doing a little TikTok video. Y'all know she a few days, about a week ago, she went public to show her girlfriend and show the two of them together. Her girlfriend's birthday was just a few days ago. So this is them, child. Porsha looks like she's happy with her friend, and they're out doing their little TikTok videos or whatever. So shout out to them. All right, that's it for them. Let's get into it. Easy to block, which is Remy Ma's on again, off again boyfriend. Y'all know rapper Remy Ma. He's getting exposed for being a woman beater, you guys. Let me put my trigger warning banner up for this one, just in case someone is triggered. All right, so easy to block. They call him a fake ass papoose, is what they call him. But they said that rapper Cassidy exposes alleged abuse by Easy to Block, also known as Remy Ma's ex-boyfriend, aka the bootleg papoose. Okay. Now they said that his ex-girlfriend Zan, she's also a battle rapper. And they're saying we know good and well that Remy Ma is not out here messing with a whole woman beater, which is Easy to Block. This is him in the blue shirt, white hat. All right, so let's go ahead and get into what they had to say because he's getting exposed. You see here, this is the ex-girlfriend. Cassidy said that Easy the Block, Portsville Pigeon, put hands on Zan, a real Philly one. It's over this. It's over for this line, BAN, which is a biatch ass ninja. So as you guys can see, she's showing her lip swollen where he probably hit her in the mouth or something. AB using her. So a lot of people were questioning, did Remy Ma experience any of that type of abuse? Now we know she's real hood, but if he has hands for women, probably that's why she continues to break up with him or broke up with him. I haven't seen her out and about with him lately because I do follow her on Instagram and they were posting pictures when they were together. But he is known to be we on a 20K mission. That's her. Okay. But it looks like he jumped on her and fought her. And a lot of people are starting to talk about now that Remy Ma is out here choosing men. You left Papoose to be with a woman beater. That's what a lot of people are saying. So shout out to Dear Josie B for posting that. And shout out for Cassidy for exposing it. Okay. Because Remy Ma was bringing this guy out like it was a flex for her to be out with this new guy. And now we're finding out that, he got hands for women, but he didn't have hands for Papoose, who knocked him out, which is so crazy. He had an altercation with Papoose. Papoose ran up on him and punched him in the face and knocked him out. But you run around here putting hands on women probably because you can't stand up to a man. So that's what it's given. Let's move along. Cassie Ventura, who used to be with Diddy, has a lawsuit, you guys, from one of the guys that she was doing the FO with. Okay, he is suing her, but Cassie is hiding out there saying and avoiding being served. Y'all know she just got an extra $10 million from a lawsuit where she sued Diddy. And she got another, I think, $5 million from the video that where she was seen being beaten at the hotel. She got some money from that lawsuit as well, where she sued. So she's sitting on about 15-20 million or so. But now this guy who she was doing the FOs with was sitting back watching all of this, and he has now filed a lawsuit. So they're saying that Cassie is hit with new legal setback, that the judge says that she's unreachable in a new freak off lawsuit, alternate service now approved by Case Move moves forward. Why I can't read today? Let me read that again. Said that she's unreachable in a freak off lawsuit. Alternate service now approved as case moves forward. Okay, so y'all see that's Cassie. The guy here in the white shirt is the guy that's suing. He's the one that was saying that Cassie gave him STDs during the time that they were doing FOs. He was meeting Cassie and them doing several FOs per week throughout the year, and a few years he was seeing her. He was saying that Cassie and Diddy was saying that he was their favorite person to call whenever they wanted to do an FO because Cassie really liked him. But he was saying that Cassie gave him herpes and some more things that he contracted, but he still continued seeing her, which is so weird. So now he's turning around suing. It's given that he sat back and he's seen her get all this money from these lawsuits, and now he want a piece of the pie. So it goes on to say, shout out to It's On Site, Cassie Ventura is facing a new turn in the lawsuit filed by Clayton Howard, the man accusing her and Sean Diddy Combs of alleged freak-offs, sexual exploitation, and trafficking. Now, Howard also claims that Cassie allegedly gave him an STD, pressured him into sexual encounters under direction of Diddy, and even alleges a child was aborted without his knowledge or consent. So he claims that he impregnated Cassie and she went out and got rid of the baby without saying anything to him. He's suing for that as well. Now, a federal judge recently ruled that Cassie could not be reached through traditional service attempts and has now approved alternate service, allowing Howard to formally move forward with the case. Now, said that this ruling does not determine guilt, innocence, or truth, that it only means the lawsuit is cleared to proceed. Now, alternate service is used when a defendant can't be reached through standard legal delivery. It doesn't approve the allegations. It just advances the case. So Cassie, of course, is hiding out. She does have secret service since this situation with Diddy because she did not feel safe. She was talking about people trying to threaten her life. So it could be that she is being hidden for a reason so that people could not try to unalive her or try to come for her. So that's probably why she's not been seen out and or being able to be served by this young man here, who I feel like is just clout chasing and looking for a coin. Now, if you received some type of STD from her, you still continue to do freak-offs with Cassie and Diddy. So I'm not sure what it is that he's looking for. I get it that it's wrong, a person knowingly, or I don't even know if she knew she had it. I would hope she did. Herpes, I mean, did you not have an outbreak or something, Cassie? And you were still out here unprotected with several different people? If so, that's a crime, to knowingly have a disease or STD and pass that to someone else. So he could have a lot of basis here in his lawsuit if he chooses to go for that. But as for now, he is suing Cassie. So, yeah. I mean, the way it works is Diddy and Cassie would call you for an FO. You would accept it and meet at said location and then proceed with doing whatever sexual things that they were asking you to do. You didn't have to go there. It's not like they put a pow to your head and say, you better show up here at such and such time or else. So it's giving that you wanted said situation, you participated in it. Even when you found out you had STDs, you were still showing up. So I'm not sure what he's looking to get out of this, but go off. All right. Child, a mess, right? All right, so rapper Shyne has finally broke his silence on the new Diddy documentary. A lot of people were asking, why wasn't Shyne in this documentary with Diddy? Like, he went through his mess with Diddy. He was seen in the video, or in the documentary rather, when they showed the young woman who was pow-powed in the face in the club. Y'all remember when they talked about Diddy having to go to trial where he beat the charges, and Shyne was saying that he felt railroaded, that Diddy's attorneys pretty much paid off his attorneys to not work as hard, to where he turned around and had to serve all of that time. Shyne is also owed a great deal amount of money, millions, for taking the rap for Diddy and serving all this prison time that he served, and he was promised several millions of dollars after he got out. Diddy's never paid him. So now he's been speaking out and telling his truth. Thank God. Shyne lives in Belize now. He's taking on different political positions over there. So he's not really in the rap game anymore. He has a whole family. He's a husband. So he's not into bad boy or rapping or nothing like that. But he is still, feeling a certain type of way that Diddy has not given him the millions of dollars that he was promised after he spent time in prison for a pow. That they're saying that Diddy was the one who pulled the trigger versus Shyne. So let's get into Shyne. Said that he is a very smart man, or he is a very smart man. He says, and I'm glad that he stayed out of it. So there's a lot of people saying they're glad that he did not speak in the documentary, and a lot of people were asking him why wasn't he more present in the documentary. Let's get into it.
I didn't want to do the Diddy documentary. Obviously, there was a history there. He did things to me, to my family that devastated my family. But I didn't want to tell that story. It's ironic that story is telling itself right now as this story is coming out. I didn't want.
Okay, so he's saying there was a lot of things that were done to him and his family that he did not want to tell those things on the documentary. So he chose to sit this one out and let 50 Cent and everybody else go ahead and go through with doing this documentary. Of course, like I said, he was mentioned and he was shown in the documentary, but he did not do like a green screen where he told his story, even leading up to the trial that he was in with Diddy and the whole J-Lo situation where there was a pow-powing in a nightclub where they all hopped into an SUV and Shyne, it was understood that Shyne would take the rap because Diddy had more to lose than Shyne. And it was said that there was some type of $1 million agreement that Shyne was set to take on from Diddy if he went ahead and took this rap and did that time. Because Shyne was saying, hey, my attorneys weren't even fighting for me. And he was feeling like that Diddy paid his attorneys to not fight as hard so that he could take the fall and that Diddy could walk free. So you guys have to watch the oh yeah, right. Shyne. Yeah, Shyne used to be fine as hell back in the day. I told y'all. He still looks nice. Y'all know he stays suited and booted right now. But yeah, I hope I don't have to edit that out. Probably. YouTube be so funny. But so if y'all don't see the video up after I get off this live, it's because I'm having to edit. Okay. Yeah. So anytime they hear music, that's usually what it be. So hopefully they'll let it slide through since he was talking. We'll see. If not, it is what it is. All right. Let's get into someone else. Y'all remember Making the Band, the group, The Band, where Dylon, y'all remember Dylon from The Band with Sarah and Freddie P and all of them. He also had something to say about the documentary as well. He was like, hey, why they have me in there? I don't walk across the damn Brooklyn Bridge to go get damn cheesecake when Diddy didn't even eat the shit. Why I won't up in there? So let's get into what Dylon from Making the Band had to say. All right. So former bandmate from The Band, artist Dylon says that 50 Cent should have put his testimony in the documentary. All right, let's get into it.
How the fuck you leave me out of that documentary? Why? You know, ask the dogs him.
Yeah, you should have put him in there, bro.
I'm here at the barbershop and everybody's talking. By the way, great documentary.
Come on, that's Dylon,
but you can't do that, man. Come on.
Yeah, look out for my boy, man.
Yeah, this.
You got to.
In a real life, Fifth, you know that. As a matter of fact, Thirst Moolah got my number. Yayo got my number. You know the link. Links the dogs them. Link the dogs them. And give me a call. Next time you do a documentary like that, do not leave me out. Crazy. Man, Fifth.
So Dylon said, hey, I should have been in there. Y'all know The Band. They also went through their unfortunate situations with Diddy as well. Diddy messed over a lot of people. So I feel like they can do a part 2 if they want to. If 50 Cent is open to doing that since part 1, which is still at number 1 on Netflix. If he wants to do a part 2, there's plenty more people who are willing to participate and tell their story, which could only make Diddy look even more crazy. I'm down, right? I'm down to listen to what they have to say. Y'all remember?
Told us to go to the store in Brooklyn and bring him back a cheesecake and walk.
Y'all remember Dylon?
He just told us to go to the store in Brooklyn and bring him back a cheesecake and walk. He just
Fun fact. So I found out the slice of cheesecake that they were going to get was not even for Diddy. So Diddy had them walk all the way from Bad Boy's office, across the Brooklyn Bridge to Junior's Cheesecake Factory. And I know exactly where that Cheesecake Factory is. I've been there before. It's off of Flatbush Avenue. If anybody's in New York, you know I know what I'm talking about. It's off of Flatbush Avenue in the hood area, but they have some of the best cheesecake and they have some good food like fried fish and stuff like that. I've actually been to that location. So that's where they had to walk, and that's hella far. So if you had on some Timberlands, I know your dogs was barking by the time your ass got back to the damn Bad Boy headquarters. But yeah, so they the shit was so funny. But the cheesecake that they actually got, the slice, they got it for Beyonce. So they're saying that Beyonce was at Bad Boy studio, Jay-Z was there, and they said she wanted some cheesecake. So Diddy was trying to be a smart ass and tell them, oh, if y'all want this deal, if you want to prove your loyalty and that you want to be signed to and down with Bad Boy Records, y'all walk y'all ass to Junior's Cheesecake and bring us back a slice of cheesecake. But he made it seem like it was for him, but the cheesecake was really for Beyonce. So y'all can look that up. That's verifiable. Beyonce was the person they were walking to get this damn cheesecake for. Right. I said, I know damn well now. But yeah, so that's who it was for. Beyonce. That's a fun fact for you guys. Okay. Child, I said, walking through Flatbush Avenue in New York City at night? Bitch, no. You better get somebody else to do it. All right. Let's get into the next topic. For those of you who are into pop music, R&B like that, Jason Derulo had an unfortunate situation where females sued him for sexual assault or harassment rather. So he's now saying he does not wish to work with any more females because he's not trying to get caught up in that shit no more, because that was a very expensive lawsuit for him. All right. So Jason Derulo says that he will never be alone with a woman again after explosive lawsuit. You're gonna be with men now, so you never be alone with a woman. So okay. According to Ball Alert, what y'all think? Said I knew Diddy was dangerous on the episode. I love this group. Right. So Jason Derulo has made a bold statement about his future work habits, revealing that he will no longer be alone in a room with any female colleagues. Now, the singer discussed this rule during a recent release episode of In Depth with Graham Bessinger. It said that the singer has been dealing with sexual harassment lawsuits filed by singer Amanza Dillon. The case has been dismissed twice, once in California and once in Nevada, yet it was still refiled in New York shortly after the interview aired. So they're trying to get his ass. Now, Derulo explains that even though the courts have not advanced the case, the ongoing allegations continue to impact his career and public image. Now, reflecting on the experience, Derulo offered a blunt piece of advice. Says never work with women, he told the interviewer. After being challenged on the statement's harshness, he clarified, I will never be alone in a room with a woman that I work with. He says, ever, ever, ever again. He said that he said that there's truth in every joke, but it's sad. It's a sad truth, according to him. Well, I mean, you can be in rooms, but maybe have like your assistant or somebody there if you feel, uncomfortable, but maybe not be so touchy-feely with women, and you wouldn't be getting these types of things. So he's very touchy-feely. Okay. And so is Trey Songz. We've heard a lot of stuff about Trey Songz as well. Derulo also shared his frustration with now the media covered the lawsuit. He said, especially extreme claims such as one alleging that he sacrificed a goat in a sexual ritual. Really? I ain't never heard that. Said he dismissed the story entirely, emphasizing the professional losses that he experienced because of the false allegations. It said that the case, or that case rather, was dismissed twice, according to him. He says, and I lost so many brand deals, relationships off of a story that was not even slightly believable. So he goes on to say that the singer went on to reflect on the challenge of publicly responding to accusations. All right. So he just might want to watch how he behaves around women and keep it business, even if they're beautiful, like this woman here on the screen, no homo, but she's a beautiful girl. Make sure you're only keeping it business, that you're not taking it beyond, a handshake or a hello or a head nod. All right. Because you will have some women, they know you Jason Derulo, you got some money. They will come for you in your bag. So you just have to really be professional about that, and maybe keep your assistant with you at all times when you're doing business or conducting business so that you don't get caught up. All right. Moving right along. Speaking of caught up, Kenya Moore is spinning the block on, I forget which season it was that she got into. Y'all remember when Apollo picked Kenya up on Real Housewives of Atlanta and threw her in the pool, and Phaedra did not like that? It caused a huge issue. Well, Kenya is speaking of it and saying that incident kind of almost ruined her career, and people were still talking about it and saying that she was like a husband stealer and running around messing with married men. And she said that's not her reputation. That's not who she is. But she said it's ruined her brand and her reputation by the situation with Apollo. And even with Apollo saying that Kenya was calling him like off the record, like when they weren't filming, like he was trying to get with her, but she said she turned him down because she's not into felons. That was Reed, right? But shout out to Real Housewives of Atlanta fan page. You guys know Kenya is currently in Dubai. She's getting to be filming with Housewives of Dubai. So she's over there partying up and doing promotional stuff. Okay. So she says, this is what Kenya says. I refuse to let a convicted felon rewrite my character. Today, I'm reclaiming my truth. Says that Kenya Moore is done staying silent. Now, after years of being dragged by false narratives and reckless rumors, she's finally setting the record straight. Says that Apollo's lies didn't just spark drama. They damaged her brand, her reputation, and how the world saw her. Well, how about how you pulled out some alleged naked pictures of one of your castmates? Did that not ruin your brand too, because you wound up getting kicked off the show for a code of conduct issue. It said that now Kenya is taking back her voice, reminding everyone that she never crossed boundaries with a married man and never entertained that chaos that was thrown her way. Now, they said that this is Kenya standing tall, clearing her name and owning her story with the strength and clarity only that she can deliver. So she's blaming Apollo and that situation and interaction on the show where she was very flirtatious with Apollo. We saw that. But Apollo did say that Kenya did come to a hotel that he was staying in and was trying to get with him and was propositioning him. She denied it, of course. And of course, y'all saw the flirtatious activity between the two of them on the show when they all had like this pool type situation where Nene and Greg and everybody else was sitting on the side of the pool, and Apollo ran up behind Kenya while she was standing by the pool. She had on like a sundress, y'all remember, and he grabbed her up, like hand under her butt and the other hand behind her back, and like did like this cannonball jump into the pool. And even Nene was like, bitch, no, like, that's inappropriate. Kenya was laughing like she enjoyed it. Okay, they were being flirtatious in the pool, and immediately Phaedra just started shaking her head like, like, I don't like that. And other people had stuff to say too. But according to Apollo, you guys also remember at the reunion, Apollo was like, well, you're the one that's been texting me and calling me. So it's given that Kenya had been calling and texting him. But then she said the only reason she was reaching out to Apollo and calling and texting him was because they were trying to do some type of business deal together. Y'all remember the said workout video that she said she was trying to do with Apollo. But Apollo was saying, nah, she was sending flirtatious messages and asking inappropriate questions to him, knowing that he was married to Phaedra. So now that she's, a lot of people she's saying still talking about this. I don't know who's talking about it. I haven't heard it in the media, and I promise you I be following like every single solitary post that be out there. I haven't heard nobody talking about this shit between you and Apollo. So it's given that maybe you're trying to use this as some type of clout or something. But do I feel like it could have been some inappropriate situations between you and him? Probably. If you text this man off the record, you shouldn't have been doing that. Like, you shouldn't have been doing it. He was a married man at the time to Phaedra. And the fact that maybe you and Phaedra weren't getting along because they had some words as well on the show that did not give you the right to cross boundaries as related to her husband. All right. You shouldn't have been texting. You shouldn't have been calling. None of that. Hence the reason probably why your own damn marriage didn't work out, because sometimes karma will spin the block on your ass. All right. Moving right along, though. All right. For those of you Real Housewives of Atlanta of Salt Lake City fans, Jen Shah, you guys know she'll be out on the 15th. She'll be out of prison. Andy Cohen had made it very, very clear that she will not be returning to any Bravo shows that he produced. He said she might be on some TV shows, but not over here on Bravo, honey. They are done with her. He says he doesn't wish to work with her ever again. So he's washed his hands of Jen Shah. She has now had to downgrade her home, her luxurious home, $5 million home, 9,000 square foot home, to a smaller home. So this is where Jen Shah now lives, but she has had to sell this home, this huge like estate that she was staying in, to move into something smaller. And this is her house, her new home right here. So that's a huge jump. At least she has a home, though. I mean, I was saying the same thing about Sheree. Like, yeah, you can, if your money supports that type of lifestyle, then yeah, stay there, girl, by all means. All right. If you can afford to stay there, stay there. If you can pay $12,500 a month, please do. But when your finances change, don't be still trying to stay in that situation and wind up looking crazy in the end. So Jen Shah has downgraded her home to just a very mediocre type home versus what she used to live in. So shout out to her for being smart in that. Okay. So shout out to, again, Real Housewives of New Jersey fan page. It says that Real Housewives of Salt Lake City jailbird Jen Shah is preparing for a dramatic lifestyle change after her prison release on December the 10th. All right. That's coming up in a couple of days. She'll be out. I thought it was the 15th, but it's 10th. I stand corrected. So instead of returning to the extravagant 5,009,000 square foot Shah Lachette. Okay, come on. Or Chalet, rather, said that she once flaunted on the show, Jen will be moving into a modest 2,200 square foot Utah home that her husband, Sharif, has lived in since 2022. Okay, because y'all know she's been locked up for a little bit. So he's downgraded so that they can still live, a very modest life. Their money ain't as long as it used to be. They ain't getting Bravo checks no more. So nestled in a quiet, gated community, that's still nice. So they're in a gated community still. The new house has 4 bedrooms, a small backyard, a cozy interiors, a far cry from the luxury jacuzzis, mountain views, and massive walk-in closets that she's known for. Now, it says that after years of showing off opulence, that Jen's post-prison reality marks a stunning reset and the humblest chapter of her life yet. I respect that. So you still in a gated community. That's still nice. So shout out to her husband for realizing they need to downgrade because she's not going to be on Bravo anymore. So hey, it is what it is. That's still a nice home though. That's still a nice house. But you know, that's a nice one too. But shout out to Jen Shaw for being smart in that regard. All right, moving right along. Was that my last topic? It was. All right, so I will be back, you guys. I will be back with more news that you guys can use. This is just midday pop in. Y'all know midday pop ins are just that. We pop in and we pop out of here. All right. But you guys have a wonderful day. I'll be back later on for our final video unless something breaking news happens. All right, then I'll have to pop back in and give you that. But thank you guys for joining this video. Please don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe as well, and keep your notifications on so you guys will know when I go live. Okay. Also, head on over to my other channel, Rails World, and make sure that you subscribe over there as well. We'll be putting some info over there for you guys as well. All right. So stay tuned for that. Thank you to my top flight mods, True TV Podcast, Tyra, KBR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, and Rose Armstead. Thank you guys for doing an awesome job of modding. Thank you to all the content creators that joined this live as well. I will see you guys later for our next video. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you guys. Bye.